Everybody to the Sense of Humor podcast, where we talk anything pop culture or anything that interests us. We're your hosts, Tyler or Multimite, and Travis or Griffin Shock. And also, Merry Christmas 2024. We're finally at the festive season of the year. It's currently the 21st, but with me and Travis probably being busy that day, well, days. We
Yeah.
figured we'd get it recorded and ready for everyone. It'll be uploaded the 23rd, so what me and my siblings would jokingly call Christmas Eve Eve, because sometimes we'd celebrate Christmas Eve on the 23rd. But for those of you who don't celebrate Christmas, though, happy other holidays. Sorry if we don't want to exclude anyone, but as
Yeah.
us to celebrate Christmas, we'll be talking and discussing about those things. Hope you guys still enjoy the video. Maybe you can learn something from our holiday, and maybe we'll have a guest next year who celebrates a different holiday. But other than that, how are you doing, Travis?
Oh, I'm doing very fine and very jolly on this day today.
Hell yeah, happy and jolly and Christmassy. Um, but yeah, so we'll just kind of be discussing things in terms of like traditions and like what we look forward to most during Christmas and stuff like that. Is there any specific traditions that you can think of right off the bat?
Yeah. My parents, or my mom specifically, my dad was kind of not really caring. Like he cared for a while when I was a kid, but then I got older and he's just like, it's kind of stupid. Oh, oops, I'm turning it. I'm sorry. Oopsies. Um, but no, we would do, my mom would get everybody matching pajamas. Like the boys would have matching pajamas. She'd have her own. But she would do on Christmas Eve we unwrap the presents that's wrapped in AKA our PJs. Um, but she would write on the box. There was this guy that we would. He's made up, obviously, but his name is Pinky. So every day or every year on Christmas Eve, I get a present from Pinky, and I'd open it up, and it's just a pair of PJs, but it's the concept of like Pinky bringing PJs. So.
That's pretty crazy because that's what my not Pinky per se, but she actually gives us Christmas PJs as well on Christmas Eve. That's crazy. I didn't know that might be a more common tradition than we think then, because that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was just
Um,
my family that was doing it, but that's nice. That's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
actually really
no, that's
wild.
pretty. I know it was like pretty cool that we didn't actually know that till just now about one another, but yeah, no, she'll get matching PJs, kind of like you said, like she'll get matching PJs for the girls and for the boys, and sometimes she'll do like specific PJs to each of us. Like I remember one year she got me specifically Spider Man, of course.
Of
I think
course.
she got my brother like Destiny, and then like
Ooh.
Minecraft or stuff like that. Like she, but I'm sure like she'll be doing matching PJs this year, which honestly I'm fine with. Um, but yeah, no, it's nice because she always gets the really comfortable shit. So when we go to bed, like on Christmas Eve, I always sleep really well because she gets like really nice Christmas PJs for all of us, and it's really awesome. Like I'm
Yeah.
really honestly, I think that's the thing I'm most excited for is just the feeling of Christmas. Because not only like do we see family and everything, but it's just like the comfort and the genuine like just like joy that everyone has with one another. So I'm really excited for Christmas. Like I think that's one of the reasons why like it's so exciting is it's not exactly like getting presents or anything like that. It's more so just like being with family and
Hmm.
the comfort and the warmth that you feel. And I think that's, the main appeal is like, winter's a cold time, but
Yeah.
it's celebrated in the warmth of others and the comfort of clothing and again like just family and being with one another. So that's actually pretty cool that we both share a similar tradition. And if anyone's willing to in the comments, definitely comment below and see if
You
You know,
guys
you
had
guys
share the
have,
same traditions or
I
something?
was gonna say, similar traditions or maybe different traditions. Like maybe you guys gift one another PJs. Maybe you guys go commando on Christmas Eve. I don't know. But
This- I think it's more
but
crazy how we went basically most of our life knowing each other without knowing that small little thing.
I know, like, cause like being teenagers, I feel like we didn't like really share that sort of shit.
Oh,
And like
because it's
even when we were,
embarrassing. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, but now thinking about it, it's like, nah, dude, I'm proud to announce like I get comfortable shit to wear before I go to bed on Christmas Eve. Fuck you guys, like. Sorry, I'm cursing a lot. I had a, admittedly, like, I'm not gonna say why, but I already told Travis I had a pretty bad day at work, so um, I'm kind of venting while also trying to enjoy this. So, yeah. What's the thing you're most excited for Christmas? Like, is there, or actually, yeah. So I'll just leave it at that, and then I'll ask a separate question that's probably kind of similar to it. But yeah, what are you
Okay.
most excited for?
Well, this year's a bit different, 'cause I'm out of my parents' house and I'm with my girl, and it's our first Christmas just by ourselves 'cause we've been together for another Christmas the year before, but we went to my parents' house, so we spent time with my mom and whatever. But this time it's just her and me specifically, just us two, no one else. And so it's
That's
gonna
got to be
be
nice.
yeah, it's gonna be nice, but like I'm not used to that. I'm used to always like being around a whole bunch of family members, and I'm sure she probably is too. But it is gonna be nice to be able to just like wake up and like not have to drive 2 hours to go see my parents or, you know, whatever. But I'm excited to just like spend time home with her and not have to like go anywhere or do anything. Just sit down, watch Christmas movies, and eat food all day.
No, yeah, that's totally fair, honestly. Um, for me, it's probably giving gifts, honestly. Like when you're a kid, and I bet you'll probably have like a similar outlook being like as we're both adults now, but
hmm
or maybe it's just me, I don't know, like you enjoy giving gifts more than like
More than
receiving
receiving
them.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Like and not to like say like I'm not excited to receive gifts. Like I feel like it's weird if anyone isn't excited to receive something unless they unless like I mean we're probably pretty lucky to be where we're at. Like I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that I don't know don't have as stable of a home as we do. But and I
Yeah.
apologize if anyone's dealing with that, and I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, so
But
do I.
yeah, we're both pretty lucky, I would say, to live in the environments that we do. Um, but yeah, to not be excited for a Christmas present would be pretty interesting. But yeah, no, I enjoy giving presents more so than anything. Like I I got all my family um each one present. Well, except two of my family. Does your family do exchange gifts? Like do you guys like get a
Or like
hat and
White
draw?
Elephant.
Not exactly white elephant, but it's like you guys like get a hat or something or like a bowl and you draw names. And whoever you drew, you give them a present.
Oh, like a Secret
Specifically.
Santa?
Yeah, kind of. Except they know,
Okay.
so my family does um both for my family separately and then with my grandparent, like my mom's side of the family, we do exchange gifts for both those sides of the family.
hmm
Um, but so I drew both my brother, who has been on this channel before, Gren Jabies or Gabe, and then my dad, and I got them both Christmas presents for both exchange and from me personally. So they get two presents from me
Yeah.
because they got lucky. They
They got
got a
real
lucky
lucky.
draw. Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm
I mean, we've done that before. Um, but that was back when I used to live in Utah. But then when my parents, so back in Utah is where my entire family was, like aunts, uncles, cousins, whatever. And then I moved over to
Mm,
PA, and it's only literally only my mom, my dad, and me, and that was it. There's no distant relatives, no distant cousins, no uncles, no nothing. It's just us three, and that's it. And so like we were always super tight, so therefore like we used to have each other. Um, but we stopped doing the whole like Christmas gift exchange or like pulling the hat, pulling the name, whatever. Because I mean, it's us three. I mean, it's really no point.
yeah.
But then I moved. But then I started getting with my girl and her family down in Virginia. They do it. We go camping New York, and then that's like early fall, late fall around there. Maybe I think it's like no, it's July. We go around July, 4th of July, and we'll pull names that at around that time. So by the time Christmas comes along, you have a name that you have to buy a gift for, and you have all that time to get them a gift. So
Uh, that makes sense. Yeah, like it sounds very similar to my concept of yeah, or well, my family's concept of yeah, gift giving. Does
yeah.
your does your parents mail you presents at all, or do you mail them presents or anything like that?
Um, Honestly, I mean they just gave me their presents, but like they came down here while I was at work, and I didn't know they were coming, so they kind of surprised me right then and there. And my mom's like, "Hey, I got your presents in the back of the car," and I go, "Oh, thank you." So she gave me that. I really wanted to just rip it open and open it, but I tried my hardest not to. But
Fair enough.
yeah. So she gave me that, and I just like I didn't have a present for her. I just gave her a card that was like telling her thank you, whatever. But um, yeah.
Hmm,
So
that's cool.
she'll come down here because she doesn't see me that often because I'm always working all the time. And so
Oh, that's true.
and
Yeah.
it's like yeah, and it's like a 2 hour drive or whatever both ways. So she doesn't see me. We just meet up with each other somewhere just so we can exchange gifts for one, and then two, hang out with one another.
That's cool. Yeah, I can't imagine like I mean, I still live with my family because, I live in a pretty expensive area, so I'm thinking about moving at some point like after I finish school
Hmm.
and maybe get a job out of state, but we'll see. I'll probably stay, but that depends on like living wise if I can't find somewhere cheaper or more affordable or if I don't like meet a significant other here or anything like that.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, is there anything you're like expecting or like did you ask for something for Christmas this year or
Um, I kind of just asked for adult stuff. I kind of asked for socks, underwear, warmer clothes. I did ask for Legos because you're never too old for Legos. I don't care
I
what
was gonna say
society
nothing
says.
nothing wrong with that. Like
No.
there's a Lego set I'm eyeballing right now, but I'm gonna have to wait a while before I even consider getting it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, like I get that too. Like as I've gotten older, like when you're younger, you're like shirts or jackets or whatever, meh. But
Yeah.
looking back, I'm like I got really cool clothes when I was younger from my family, and I just
Hmm.
didn't appreciate it until now. And then like now, like kind of like you, like a lot of my stuff is just like I've looked at like jackets and shirts and pants and like shoes, stuff like that. Like heck yeah, one year my mom specifically got us all a pair of shoes and it was like for me it was these really cool like blue Vans shoes with like
Ooh,
lightning bolts on them. It's like
that
white
sounds
lightning
cool.
bolts. Yeah, no, they're really
Wait, I think I remember. Did you get that back in high school?
I don't think it was high school. It might have been I think you visited that
Because
year,
yeah,
possibly.
I remember you wearing shoes just like what you're describing. Like you wore those all the time.
Yeah, I don't know if it was maybe it was high school. I'll have to ask my mom, but pretty sure it was like the second year after graduation, maybe third year.
Mm.
Which is crazy to say out loud because it's like, man, we've been graduated for almost 6 years, and that's insane
Dude,
to
there's
me.
no way we've been graduated for almost 6 years. There's no way. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
like,
yeah.
because this year it was five, because it's 2024, we graduated 2019.
It feels like it was just like 2 years ago.
I know, dude, every time I think about it, I'm like, ah, no, it was just like 3 years ago or something. And then I look at it, I'm like, man, I'm fucking old, bro. What the hell? What the hell happened? But
Time's going too fast.
yeah, no, like it's a sad realization, but it's also like, nah, it's all right. I'm maturing, and that's just part of life. So can't really go wrong with that. But yeah, no, I think it's weird to think like, oh yeah, I'm graduated 6 years, but what was the year that you visited us? Like after you moved, was it 2020
It was it.
or was it twenty
I think it was
twenty two?
either late 20, no, early 20 or late 19. Because it wasn't too long after I'd been out there. I wasn't out there for way
I
long.
was gonna say, cause that was your Christmas present from your parents, was like
Yeah. So I think
a
it was like
trip
tw
to
late
visit
29.
us.
I think it was, yeah, very early 20. Like very early 20.
So it was like December 2020. Cause didn't you stay with Garion that week?
Yes, correct. I stayed
Okay.
with Gary and I didn't get to see you though. You were too busy to see me.
No, we hung out. It wasn't long, but it was like one of
Oh,
the
that was
night. It
Alex.
was
I was
the.
thinking about Alex. Yeah, Alex didn't want to see me. He doesn't like me anymore. I'm kidding. I'm kidding,
I
Alex. If
highly
you're
doubt
watching, I'm
it.
kidding. I'm kidding.
But
Yeah.
it was well, cause funny enough, you were also visiting a girl up there, I think too. So.
Was
I
I?
don't know who. Yeah, I don't know who it was, but it
I
was
don't know. I
like
don't remember.
you stepped away for like an hour or
Oh,
two, and
yeah.
then you came back to us, and we all hung out that late that night. But it was fun. Like it was good to see you, and I hope we can all do it again at some point. Like I think I've talked to Andrew about it, and he wants us all to do like a camping trip together at some point.
Oh, that would be so nice. Like all four of
So
us each having our own tent and being able to like a community fire in the middle and just sit by that all night and talk about like life and stories.
hell yeah. I would love to invite McKay from Florida,
Yes, I
honestly.
haven't
Like
seen him so long, dude.
we need yeah, you, me, McKay, Andrew, Gary, and Alex all just to hang out or something.
We need so if we all hang out like that in the wild camping, we need someone to have 911 on speed dial. I mean, it's technically speed dial, but like we need it to be like one button press done. Like, yeah, we're just gonna go too crazy.
For real.
I just know it.
Um let's see. I'm trying to think what else. So you asked for that. For me it was the bed frame, so I already got it. That's my Christmas present this year. Um so I already got what I asked for.
Oh,
But
that's right. I forgot to mention.
yeah.
My
What's up?
girl and I, what we do is every year we'll pick an item in the house at the beginning of the year, and we're like, oh well, this really sucks, or like, oh, we want to upgrade this or whatever. So we'll on Christmas we'll go to the store, not like specifically on Christmas Day, but like around the holiday. We'll go to the store and we'll like pick out an item together to upgrade together. Like I think this year we're gonna upgrade my TV, 'cause it's a little outdated and it's kind of slow and it's glitchy, but so I just wanted to throw in there that like every year like we'll pick out like a gift together as a gift.
Yeah, no, that's actually really cool, and I hope, yeah, like if I ever start dating again, I'd probably do something similar to that. Um, all right, now for a more like personalized question. What's your favorite Christmas movie to watch?
Oh man, there's too many. Oh no, you can't. Ugh.
I
Okay.
mean, you could say like a couple, like maybe like your top three, because
Okay. Yeah, I can do a top three. I can do a top three.
all right,
Okay.
what's the let's do
From three to
from
one,
or
or
yeah, I would say that, like, or if you don't really like have a preference to label them under that, you could even just do like, yeah, just name off the first three that comes to mind.
okay. So from for my number three, it
Hmm.
would be Elf.
Hell yeah.
Elf is my number three. My number two would be, I think it's Christmas Vacation, the one where he like sprays the bottom of his sled and he slides down the hill really fast.
I think
Um,
I've watched that one, have I?
I don't I don't know if it's Christmas Vacation or I think it's Christmas with the Crane. No, I think it is Christmas Vacation. Hold on, let me look at it up. It's one of the two. I always get those two mixed up. And then I'll do my number one. My number one is Home Alone. 100% Home Alone. The first one. After this, I think the second or the third, the one when they brought in the new character, I just stopped watching. I was like, this is too stupid.
I find it funny because my list is very similar. Number three is also Elf for me, but number two is different. My number two is Jim Carrey's The Grinch. I love that
Ooh,
movie.
that is a good movie.
And then yeah, number one is also Home Alone because I love Home Alone one and two because yeah, after the third one, that's when
Yeah.
they replaced Kevin, which was really stupid, but they were just trying to milk that franchise, and then they came out with like a new one back in like 2021, and that one was terrible. So
It, like, I had more, but like we were doing top three, but like I like Christmas Story is a good one. That one's a family tradition. My mom even bought me, speaking of PJs, she bought me the bunny onesie that he wore in the movie that I
I
also
remember
wore
that.
as my graduation picture.
I do remember that. I think I have the yearbook around here somewhere while I was organizing my room, so I bet I could find that.
Oh, 100%. If you go all the way to my graduation, it's 12. Yeah, it's gonna be me and my onesie.
Nice. And
Uh,
then I would say another good one, but I didn't, or but I don't know. I liked the first two. Again, like the third one was meh, but the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen, the guy who voices Buzz Lightyear,
yes,
I really like
yes,
those movies.
those are funny. Jack Frost was a little iffy for me, but I still liked it.
Uh, which one? Oh wait, are you talking about like the Jack Frost movie, or are you talking about the third one with Jack
The third one
Frost?
with Jack Frost in it.
Yeah, I didn't like that one a whole lot. What's some other good Christmas movies? Because I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if there's any Christmas games. Like I'm like, is there any like memorable Christmas games? Because like there's like I'm not gonna go off Christmas movie games. I'm just trying to think if there's any games that are just like exclusively for Christmas. And I'm like, I'm blanking here.
Yeah, you got um
Was there any Mario Christmas games?
I don't think there is. Polar Express is a good Christmas movie.
I do like that one. Surprisingly, a lot of people don't though. I'm like, why not, bro? Like the
I
hot
know.
chocolate mute or song was like perfect.
Dude, yes. My mom took me on a train like that when I was younger. I think I was like 4 or 5, and they designed the whole train like it's the Polar Express train, and they even have the chairs that spin around, and you're like going on a train through the snowy mountains, and they'd have like people like with reindeer, and they would like run the reindeer by the train while you're in the car, and then they have Santa come in like I think it was like either close to the middle or close towards the end, somewhere in the middle between there. Santa would come up to you and he'd give you like he'd hold a bell like what like he got in the movie, and he'd hold it up to you, and he's like, "Do you hear it ringing?" And I would go, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I hear it, I hear it." And he goes, "Then here you believe," and he'd give me the bell, and I still have the bell as right now at my parents' house.
I think I was gonna say I think I got a bell similar to that a while ago because I remember I would go to like the book club places where they would like play Polar Express and they'd
Mm-hmm.
hand out little bells, but they were like the crappy like almost square shaped ones. But I wanted the like really big round one that the kid had in the movie, and I think I only like recently got one of those like a little bit ago. And I just looked up Christmas video games, and there's only two that I recognize, and one I totally forgot was technically a Christmas game, but it
Mm.
was the Spider-Man Miles Morales game was a Christmas game. I totally forgot about that.
That is right.
And
Yeah.
then apparently, and I haven't played this game, but Batman Arkham Origins was also a Christmas game.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
There's there's a bunch of others, but I mean like Dead Rising 4 was apparently one. Bully
Really.
from 2006 was Tom Clancy's The Division. That doesn't sound right. Did it
Mm.
come out during Christmas? Is that why it's saying that? But yeah, and then there's
Probably.
like a bunch of like, you know, stuff like Home Alone the video game and stuff. I'm like that doesn't count to me. Like all the
No.
games that are based off of movies does not count to me.
Mm-mm.
So,
No.
but if there's yeah, like the Elf movie game, it's like I hated movie games. Like people can shit on me for all they want, but yeah, no, movie games are so dumb. Like
Like I feel like
you
it
might as
depends on the movie though.
well, even still, like I had the Amazing Spider-Man video game on
That was
Xbox, and
poop.
that one
That was poopy.
sucked.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
poopy.
nah, or like the Toy Story 3 game. I liked the game, but it had nothing to do with the movie. Or a lot of people liked Revenge of the Sith or the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man games, and I'm sure they were solid, but I don't know. I find it dumb that you just don't watch the movie instead. Like, come on.
Hmm.
Alrighty. So kind of got games and movies out of the way. What are your plans for this year? You don't have to be super detailed in case you dox yourself or anything, and I'll do the same. But like, is there any like, so you're doing it with your girlfriend just alone? Do you guys
Yeah.
plan on like going and seeing a movie? Do you plan going out and eating at dinner, or do you guys plan staying at home, maybe playing some games together or something?
Yeah, well, I got a turkey from work, so we're probably gonna just cook the turkey together. And then we're probably going to just
Like,
open presents and watch TV or just Christmas movies or whatever, and just enjoy each other's time and company. Depending on the weather, we might go look at Christmas lights. We might not, but just mostly hang out and open presents and try to have a relaxing day instead of being stressful.
no, that's totally fair. Honestly, that's another good point. It's a good de-stressing holiday, huh? Like you go from um
Go
but
from like a stressful work day to just a day where you just feels completely stress free.
I was gonna say, do you ever just like lay down after like a hard day or week of work and it feels like your body just decompresses, like it's filled with
Yes.
all this air or quote
Yeah, so
unquote
like a
air,
balloon
like
deflating, yeah.
I was gonna say, and your body, like, I feel like one time, and maybe this is just a fever dream, but I felt like one time I just laid down and all my bones just popped in like the best way possible, and I was like, "Fuck yes!" Like, just in my bed, just completely relaxed, and it was after the shittiest work week ever. Like, I don't think it was at my current job, but it was like one of my old jobs that I worked at,
Hmm.
and it was just the worst. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like I had something similar. Like last, so this year, it hasn't snowed that much, which I'm kind of grateful for.
Yeah, it hasn't
Um,
snowed a lot over here either.
what the hell? What the
Huh?
freak? Did you see that?
No.
Who just joined our game?
Oh, that a
Where
boy.
where the hell is he?
He's somewhere.
I'm gonna text him real quick.
But what were we saying? Oh, well, no, I had sometimes I won't even make it to my bed. Like I'll come home from work and like I'll sit down on the floor to take off my shoes sometimes, and as soon as my shoes are off, I'll lay on my back and I just hear my back crack and pop all down my spine, and then I'll just lay my arms straight out like a bird, and I'll just lay there. And now
Yeah,
sometimes I'll fall asleep, but sometimes I'll wake up and I'll lay there for like 20 minutes and then finally get up and cook dinner or whatever.
uh, yeah, no, that you know what sounds really nice? Like, or
Mm.
actually, no, I forgot to tell you about like last year. So last year Christmas was really busy. Um, again, not really gonna dox myself or say why. I can't remember if I have said where I've worked before. Um,
Yeah.
but basically, I worked at or where I work, it gets really busy around Christmas time. I mean, what place really doesn't get busy, honestly?
Right.
But last year, so I work outside for my job, or for the most part, like I work in a garage. And it gets really cold,
Cold
obviously, like and
in the
when
garage, yeah.
yeah, and it was snowing last year, like a ton. Here, I'm gonna go help Andrew real quick while
Okay.
but basically last year, um, it was no, step on
Step.
it.
It was kind of hectic.
Yeah, come step on this. Oh wait, hang on. Now step on it. There you go. But basically, yeah, it was super hectic. It was busy as hell, and I think that's why a lot of people didn't come this year. It was just super freaking busy last year, so people were afraid to like I don't know, like just freaking um stay at home, and I mean maybe some people already have the stuff they need for this year. But here, let me invite him to the party too.
Yeah,
Sorry, this was unexpected.
it was, but that's okay because it's a Christmas episode. It's about friends and family.
It's true. Um, but basically, it's been a lot slower, which I'm kind of glad for, honestly, because yeah, this last year was terrible. One night I got home like completely soaked and frozen and cold, like just because I was yeah covered in snow and slush and shit. So I literally like I got home and I just laid in like the hot bath like for maybe an hour or so. Like I laid in there until the water got cold. Like it
I've
was
done
just
that, and I've had moments like that, and it does feel nice.
yeah, no, it was just so freaking miserable. Like in like late at night in the cold, like working late hours. And that was another thing too, is sometimes we'd be working like past close because there were so many appointments, and we kept on or the people up front kept on taking appointments, which was really stupid, but because they wanted to beat the numbers or whatever, it was
Hmm.
just so dumb. But anyway, welcome Andrew. How are you doing? Did you include your audio, by the way?
Did you include your? I was gonna
Yeah, I
say,
was
did
gonna
you
say.
include
What
your
the, what
audio?
the, okay, there we go. Good. Just wanted to pop in and say hello unexpectedly, you know.
Yeah, welcome. We're doing our Christmas episode.
Ooh, Christmas.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just kind of relay some similar questions, but
Yeah.
is there any like Christmas traditions that you do?
Um, I think it might be one of the common ones that my family does is that we open a present before Christmas, just to see,
Yeah.
what we got. But yeah, other than that, nothing really. Just cinnamon rolls or
No.
yeah, on Christmas.
I was
Do
gonna
you
say
guys
I
do
don't.
like PJs on Christmas Eve? Question mark.
Uh, Not really.
Like, oh, okay. I was gonna
That
I was gonna
see if it
say
was more
I'm just in
common
my
or
shorts
not.
and hoodie, and that's about
that
it.
was. I was gonna say that's something me and Travis had in common. Is so his mom gives their family PJs, and my grandma gives our family PJs.
Hmm, that's cool.
Um, s- yeah. So basically, we get like matching PJs, and she always gets the really comfortable pajamas, so we
Hmm,
always sleep really good that night. But
nice.
um, and then what was the second question I asked you, Travis?
Movies.
Was it? No, it wasn't
No, it
movies. It
wasn't
was.
movies. It was traditions and I think why or what we're excited for at Christmas.
Oh yeah. What are you excited for this year for Christmas?
Um, no, just to see the reactions. I didn't really want a whole lot this year. It's just my mom at the beginning of the month, or at least last month. Hey, so what do you want? Nothing. She's like, oh, why? And I said, no, I just don't want nothing. And so, she was getting really frustrated. Like, what do you want for Christmas? And I said, nothing. I'm just fine with nothing. I don't really mind it this year. And so
Yeah.
then, um.
I
I
honestly did
wanted
something similar.
Oh yeah.
Or
It's
go ahead.
um I wanted to give a lot or well, this is my second year living here, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go out all out this year. So I decided to do a loan, like one of those holiday loan things for, that the banks do. And so I did that and just got a lot of stuff for my sister's family and my mom and my girlfriend. And yeah, and just wanted to do, all out this year, so I did that. So
Nice.
yep, no,
So the
yeah.
the third question was gonna be like, what did you want for Christmas? But seeing as how you answered nothing, I guess we'll just skip that one.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
another
unless there
pair
is
of
one
Hey
thing.
Dudes. Another pair of Hey Dudes. I really love Hey Dudes, and they're just very comfy. They're
Is that a
just
pair of
nice and
shoes?
Yeah.
they're yeah,
They're
they're a
like
pair of
loafer
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah, kind of
Oh,
loafer, but
okay.
they have different kinds of pairs that they have. So you got the kind of the lounging kind of ones. I use those for my work, and they're just very nice and convenient. Except for the winter time, it's all whenever it snows, it just
Hmm.
doesn't work out well,
They
especially
just
whenever it
slip.
rains. No, no, I didn't because our snow lasted for like a day
Oh,
and then it was gone.
bummer.
So yeah, and then
So
Well, no, not bummer that you didn't fall, just bummer that it didn't snow.
yeah, yeah, and then the other pair that I have, I use those to run around, my apartment area, and so I just, they're very nice. I wasn't expecting them to be very good at running, and so they're pretty good. And they got some other ones, but they're pretty nice and comfy. I love them.
that's really cool. And
Yeah.
so since you guys have this in common, and because I already asked him this, but you guys both have girlfriends, and he said, well, because he lives with his girlfriend, he has more time with her, and it's easier for him to do, you know, things for her for that holiday.
Yeah.
Is there any plans with your girlfriend that you plan on doing on Christmas, or are you guys gonna
So
just kind of
her
stick to families?
the thing that sucks is that I work on both Christmas Eve and day, but it's
Oh,
half pay, which it's double the
That's
pay pretty
good.
much, which I guess is good. I don't mind working on Eve, but on Christmas Day I do kind of mind working on there. But hey,
yeah.
it's good for the people that are traveling, and I know most of the stores around here are closed. But then there's us, so I can understand that, like, oh shoot, we need gas or we need snacks, for the families who are, traveling across, the country to, visit their family. But then on the other hand, if you're local around, my city, stay
Mhm.
home. Just buy stuff before Christmas. Just stay home. I don't care. Just go to our store right after, okay?
To
That's the
go
other
after
thing
the
that
day.
sucks because
Or
we're open 24/7, 365 pretty much, unless something
I was
bad
gonna say,
happens.
are you working all day both those days, or are you working half
Thankfully
days?
no. I'm working 6 a.m. to 2, so
Oh, that's
I'm
pretty nice then.
yeah, so I'm pretty much 6 a.m. to 2 ever since I started working there. But yeah, that's the other thing is that like yeah, it's cool working there on a holiday, but then on the other hand, the people that come in that, say, "Oh, you're working today?" Yep, it's because of you. You need your tobacco and your chew, your energy drinks and your burritos and I don't know, all this other bull crap, but it's all good. But either way,
Yeah.
sorry, I got off track.
No,
Yeah,
you're good.
we're my girl, she invited me to go to her family's house right after I get off work and after spending time with my family to go over to her house, just to open presents and I guess they got pajamas as well, which I don't mind. I just get too hot in like the long, just like the
Hmm.
pants, like the PJ pants. I get
Yeah.
really hot in those and I really don't like it. But yeah, we're just gonna be doing that, which is cool.
Well, don't worry. If you're under the mistletoe, I am sure you'll lose the pajamas with her in a little
Oh
bit.
dear. Oh my.
Wow. Okay.
Uh,
Okay then.
Wow. All right. Jumping the gun. Got it.
hey, listen, I'm single, so I don't know if the move is just putting mistletoe under the bed or something, or
Oh
I don't
my.
know, or above the bed,
Wow.
I guess
We're
technically.
not really
Whoa.
we're not really
Whoa.
at that point. We're just at the little smoochy
I'm just
smoochy and
kidding.
that's it. We're not at the
Um,
we're not at that point.
but again, another question we kind of went over is so just your favorite three, but what's your favorite three Christmas movies?
Ooh.
And
Ooh,
we'll
that's a
do
little
like
tough one.
not really least to favorite, but kind of
Mhm.
that, like so 3 to 1 basically. So, what's your third favorite, second favorite, and then first favorite?
Are you asking me or Travis?
You. Sorry.
Because
Oh, me.
so
Oh, okay.
what me and Travis answered again, we had pretty like our traditions. We had pretty similar answers. Like my third favorite is Elf, like Travis's, and
Mm-hmm.
then his favorite second film was that The Christmas Story, right? Or
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. That's right.
Oh, the
And then
Lampoons? Christmas
Uh,
Vacation?
it was the one with where he sprayed the bottom of the sled.
Oh,
Who
yeah, I don't know
who's
them,
it? Care?
probably.
and
I'll pull
then
it up.
my second favorite was The Grinch Who Stole Christmas by Jim Carrey, and then
Ooh, yeah.
both of our first favorites was Home Alone. So what's
Mm-hmm.
your third, second,
It's
and first
Clark
films?
Griswold.
Um, oh, yeah, that's the Lampoons.
Yeah, yeah.
Christmas, yeah.
National Lampoon's Christmas
Uh,
Vacation.
so let's see. Going from the top to bottom, I would do Santa Claus because I used to watch that a lot as a child. The Santa Claus movies, one, two, and three. And then the second one would be Polar Express, was also another one that I watched a lot. And then the third one would have to be, oh shoot, it would either be, hmm, I'd say probably the Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey in there as well.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the like animated one that looked like
Yeah.
live action. So
Yeah,
Hmm.
the
might
one
as
that gave
well
me
have
nightmares
just
as a kid.
I know, like the part where Christmas Present died, like when he was laughing,
Yep,
dying. That part always freaked me the fuck out.
the
Or like
skeleton
Yeah.
bone. Yeah.
what was Christmas Future? Like he was also pretty terrifying.
Hmm.
Just
But
his big old nose always just made me feel uncomfortable. I won't lie.
come and know me better, man. But
It's a good movie though.
I was gonna say those are some pretty solid options.
Hmm.
Let's see what next. Because I was like thinking about this today while I was at work, but again, I had a shitty day at work, so it was kind of hard to like
I got
Um,
one. If you
oh,
can't think of
yeah,
one.
of course, yeah. Like I may be hosting, but I am down to suggestions, honestly. Like it's our podcast, our
Yeah.
child podcast, so
Okay.
what
What
what's
what
what's your question?
is your favorite Christmas gift that you've received?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Because I don't have one. I was just hoping that if I said it, you guys would have one.
I think I know this for sure. So when I was in high school, me and Gabe, it was 2015, the year after it released, but me and my brother both got an Xbox One together.
Ooh, nice.
But the unfortunate part of the games that we got, though, most of them were single player. They took out the
Oh
split screen
no.
aspect of a
Hey.
lot of them. But one of them did have split screen, and we would do that together. But basically, it was an Xbox One, and then we got the 2015 Battlefront, which was an
Ooh.
awesome
Okay.
game.
That's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 5, which wasn't split screen, but again, another solid game for both of
Mhm.
us. And then last but not least was Black Ops 3. And that one we were able to do both zombies and multiplayer together, and we had a ton of fun with that. But I would say that was probably my favorite gift because, like, not only was it our first upgrade of a console, but it was like the year where all the like solid games came out. Like I know
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 in 2015, Battlefront had some. Well, all three of those games had some controversy, or not controversy necessarily, but like mixed fandoms and everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, me and my brother loved those games to death, and I would
Nice.
say that because literally that day I was playing like a shit ton of Battlefront and I loved that game. Like Battlefront and Battlefront 2 were really good. I wish they would
Mm-hmm.
make a third one already, but
You can only hope.
hope
Can
so.
only hope.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What about you, Andrew?
Yeah.
So I have two of them. One of them would be my first gun, which my dad gave me, which was a 22. 22s are just very, very nice. There's not a whole lot of recoil, but they're just a lot of fun to shoot.
They
You
are very
know,
fun to
so
shoot.
and the funny thing was is that I was probably about 10 years old, and we were living in Missouri by then, in the countryside. We had about 5 acres of land. But I woke up and like, oh, sweet, it's Christmas. There's snow outside. It's one of those, it's a white Christmas, which is
Yeah.
awesome. And so, I'm walking in in our living room, I had to wait for them because, the routine with
Yeah.
dads
Wait for
and
your
moms that
parents.
gotta
Yeah.
wait for them to go to the bathroom. Meanwhile, my dad's hacking up some freaking snot or whatever, mucus, and all that other common stuff that dads do in the mornings
Yeah.
and mothers, your
Duh.
parents, So
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta get my video recorder, because at the time we didn't really had the iPhone. We just had the V8 video recorder. So my
Yep.
mom's getting that. I'm just sitting in my room. Well, I'm gonna sit in here, And so then
Yes, we.
they finally get all ready, and I start heading towards the living room, and I'm like, what the freak is what is that? And I'm looking over, and it's like a silhouette of a gun. Like, oh my gosh, this is like the Christmas story. Like, wait, Dad,
It shoots your eye out.
yeah, is that a freaking BB gun? He said, no. And he said, yeah, just get a little closer look. So I'm getting closer and I'm picking it up. Oh, frick. Oh, it's a 22. Like, damn. They're like, this is awesome. Like, this is like the freaking Christmas story. But yeah, that was one of my favorite ones I got was yeah, just the 22. Then the other one would have to be my first car, and this was whenever we were in school, and I had always
Hmm.
wanted to get a manual stick shift car, because at
Yeah.
the time I had got my driver license, and my mom had managed to find a car that was a stick shift, and I wanted to learn it, and it was an awesome Christmas gift. That's what I would say.
Good choice.
Yeah,
I remember. Did you had the stick shift in high school, right? Like 11th
yep.
grade,
It
right?
was my first car. Yep.
I
It was the
remember I was in the
Suzuki,
back seat
right?
of the car. Yeah.
No, that was the Honda Civic. I didn't
Like
Why
even
don't I
do the
it
remember?
Jeep.
was silver, right?
No, that was
Wasn't
the
it
second
silver?
car.
Wait,
Whenever
I
I
don't
got in the
remember
car
the Honda
crash,
What
Civic.
what color was it?
that was my first car. It was black. You
Oh,
guys
I
wanted
remember the
it?
black
Oh,
car.
wait, was
I
that the one
remember
you
the
took us
black car.
to the Death Cure in? Me and Garion?
I don't know, but you
I remember.
guys
Is
rode
it the one you
around
hit
with
me
me a lot.
with? Or was that the
Almost.
silver one? Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Okay,
that
so
was
it
the
was the black one.
Civic.
I remember. I remember that car
Yeah,
now.
it was a
Yeah.
black
Oh, I
Honda
almost
Civic,
died because of it, but I
and then
remember it.
that one got in a car wreck with a friend, and then I had to get the Suzuki right after,
Yeah.
which was
Okay,
also a
that's what I thought.
manual.
I remember
But
it. I
yeah,
remember it now.
those were
Those were
my
good
two
cars.
favorite gifts. Yeah, yeah, they were good.
Honda
Your
Civics are
black
pretty good,
car.
honestly.
Yeah, his black
They're
car
like
scared me a lot.
the Honda Civics are pretty like I
They're
would
very
say
reliable
they're
cars.
I was gonna say Honda Civics and then like Toyotas and then Lexus. Or at least not modern Lexus and Toyota, but before that,
They're
those
good.
were
They're
some
good
pretty
first
reliable.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like you got crappy brands like Ford and
Hey there.
I don't hate Fords. I mean,
I
I'm a
don't hate
Chevy
them,
guy.
but
I
they're
drive
not
Chevy trucks, but
reliable.
I like Fords.
Hmm.
Nah, they're
Like
just not.
I'm converting from going Chevy to going Ford because I've having
Yeah,
more issues with my truck than I am ever
yeah.
before.
Just never get a Jeep.
My girl owns a Jeep.
Just expect every problem.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say if you ever get a dirty Jeep, just
Yeah,
expect the worst.
my girl got an '06 Jeep Liberty, which is a good car. It's a nice car,
Yeah, yeah, they're good.
but the person that owned it before was treated the car like garbage. So there's a lot of stuff we gotta fix.
The
That's
only
fair.
Jeep I would get would probably one of the older Jeeps, and then on the other hand, Gary's Jeep. His was pretty good. I like it in spite of it being a stick shift as well. His was good. I like it.
Oh yeah, I want to get one of like those like old Jeeps that are like an SUV, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like s square bodied styled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to get one of those. Those are really cool.
So
Yeah,
you said
yeah,
you
they're pretty
didn't
good.
have a favorite present memory, but has any of this talk sparked up a memory at all, or
Oh
do you
yeah.
still not think of anything?
Whenever you were talking about consoles, I remember my mom bought me a Game Boy, a handheld Game Boy.
Ooh,
It was
nice.
Dude,
it was the
yes.
flip up one, and it was like the blue like grayish like silverish blue color,
That's cool.
and it was the color obviously. But anyways, she bought me that, but I didn't know it was a Christmas gift. So like it was I think the day before or whatever, and it wasn't wrapped or anything. It was just like I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but I do it or I used to do it every year. Is I'd go to my parents' room because I know where they keep their presents. She tries to hide it and act like I don't know where it's at, but I know where it's at every year. So I'd go into that area and I saw it just sitting there with not around any other presents because if I saw other stuff I'd be like, "Oh, these are presents, you know." No, it's just sitting there and I asked my dad, I act casual. I go over to my dad. I'm like, "Dad, do you like Game Boys or whatever?" And he goes, "No. I don't like any of that stuff." I go, "Okay." I go, "Well, my mom definitely doesn't like it, so I'm just gonna, open it and play with it." So I get it and I hide it in my bedroom under my pillow, and then I wake up late at night, open it up, and she got me a Lego Star Wars to play with it, which is a
Mm,
phenomenal game on the Game Boy.
nice, dude.
And I go into my closet and because that's like the place that I can like close the doors and turn the brightness all the way up and pull in the
Oh,
volume all the way up, and
jeez.
she can't hear me at all. So I spent all night. I beat the entire game that
Jeez, dude.
night. A
Goodness.
non-stop gaming, no pee breaks, no
Jeez.
snack breaks, nothing.
Oh,
I beat
dude.
the entire
That's,
game
oh my
to the point my
gosh.
parents came into the room to wake me up for Christmas, and all they can hear is like the me button mashing on the controller. So she opens up the closet. She goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "I'm playing my new game." And she goes, "That was your Christmas present." I go,
Oh
Oh
shoot.
"Merry
no.
Christmas." And she goes, "Well, should I rewrap it?" And I go, "No."
I was gonna say, what
She
would be
took
the point at
she
that
took
point? Because the
yeah,
whole
she
point of
she took it
wrapping
away
is
from
for it to
me.
be a surprise.
Yeah.
But that reminds me, because one of my first handhelds was a Christmas present. It was the original DS, which was the
Ooh.
one before the DS Lite,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which my brother got the next Christmas. So we would play. It was a Mario versus Luigi game, and it was really fun.
That's
Um,
cool.
but yeah, no, that reminds me of a couple of my handhelds. Like I think it was years later, my grandpa got us both the 3DS,
Oh, those are fun.
and yeah, I remember bringing it to school, and it was always during mentoring, which is like study hall for those who probably don't know. And I would play with other people who had a DS, and we'd all play Mario Kart.
That was
Dude,
the
that's awesome.
times. That's
Good freaking
dope.
times, bro.
That is cool. I remember like in mentoring we would do like Among Us a lot because that's like when Among Us was getting big back in high school. Like we'd
Was
always
it?
play. Yeah, well, I remember like me, Cade, uh, some other guy, and Brendan, and everybody else. Like we were all in one class, but we'd always play. We'd play Among Us. Oh, Steven was in there. We'd play Among Us a lot. Um, and then
I
if we
don't
didn't
think
play that, we'd
I
play Jenga and stuff.
I don't think I played Among Us till like 2020, honestly. Like when all the YouTubers started playing it, because I didn't know it was a thing till
It wasn't
2020.
that big. Yeah, it wasn't that big of a game. But like it was kind of like one of those like iPhone games that were like, oh, well, this one's multiplayer and you can have a whole bunch of people on it, so let's download it and try it out. And we ended up liking it a lot. And then YouTubers played it and it just blew up. But
I was gonna say that's probably where it came or where it blew up, but yeah, I think I remember that actually now. Like I don't remember playing it or seeing it or anything, but it was made in like 2018, which is probably what
Mm.
you're talking about.
hmm
And then it didn't get popular till like years later. And they were planning on making a sequel, but because the first game blew up, they just instead they did like every other game and added a battle pass to it.
yeah,
Wait, there's a
But
battle pass for it now?
yes.
yeah,
What the freak?
like
It's so
It's
stupid.
a game that
they did
doesn't
an
need one, but they made
Xbox.
one anyways.
I was gonna say they did an Xbox one where it was literally like the Halo stuff you could get,
I have one.
and then they collabed with Destiny and they did some like Destiny like suits and stuff.
Huh,
But
weird.
I haven't touched that game in a long time.
Same.
Um, what was the other thing? I mean, I was kind of thinking of Christmas presents at like after we started talking about that. Like I'm trying to remember other stuff because
I've my dad he gave it to me as a present, but I guess it was a present, but it was a late Christmas present because he had to like sign it over to me and name wise, but he gave me his gun. It was my Ruger, so I used that as my home defense weapon
Oh,
from
that's
now
cool.
on. But
Nice.
yeah, he gave me my Ruger and a whole bunch of ammo for it as like he's like, well,
Wait, the
you're
pistol?
you, yeah, a
Ooh,
revolver.
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. He's like, well, I was gonna give this to you around Christmas, and I didn't have the time to blah 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 whatever. And he's like, you're also moving out around this time, so I'm just gonna give this to you as like a home defense weapon. And I go, you
Nice.
sure? And he goes, well, to be fair, when I pass away, like all the guns that are in the safe are going to you anyways. And I go,
Ooh.
oh.
Very nice.
I go, can I get him sooner and you be alive? But anyways, yeah, no, I remember that. That was fun.
Dude, that's awesome.
I do need to use it. I do need to go shooting more. And I clean it every now. I clean it more often because I don't use it, but I don't want dust
Hmm.
collecting in it.
Yeah.
but I do need to go to a range.
Yeah, I need to go to a range too. It's been a while since I shot my handgun.
I would say I would totally travel over there and I could use it, but I don't think I should bring my gun with me on the airplane. So
I mean, you can drive, right?
I can, I could. It'd be a heck of a drive, but yeah, I could do it.
Which state are you in right now?
Ohio.
Oh, well,
It's not too
it's a bit
far.
of a drive.
Yeah,
Shouldn't be too bad.
it'd be worth it.
I was gonna say, like, I was telling Travis here how you had the idea for all our group to do the camping trip.
Yeah.
We need to get like McKay or something on that too.
Well,
If I can convince, I was gonna say, if I can convince him to leave Florida though.
Florida.
That is.
Leave the nice weather for a cold day. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
how well that's gonna work.
well, no, we're not going in the winter time. We're just going in the July to somewhere in between July and August.
Oh,
'Cause,
okay. Yeah.
it's gonna be,
I'll
that's
just need to
the
make
best kind of
sure
weather.
I don't have school or work to mess with
Mhm.
that, honestly.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, it has been an hour, so that
Cool.
is the end of this episode. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Thank you, Travis, as always, my co-host, and thank
Of
you,
course.
Andrew, joining us. Surprise, and
Out of nowhere.
yeah,
Literally
surprise
out of
joining
nowhere.
us. It's good to hear
Surprise,
some
bitch.
Christmas like similarities too. Like again, like the pajamas and the movies really surprised me.
Well, we are
Then-
friends, so it doesn't surprise me. And I think our moms probably talked every now and then, so probably also wouldn't surprise me.
Probably. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Go check out the Sense of Humor Podcast YouTube channel for
Yeah.
previous episodes. We stream every Saturday and we upload every Monday. Go check out Griffin Shock on both YouTube and Twitch. Go check out the Red Ronin on the Red Ronin 501 on Twitch. And then you can check me out on Twitch or YouTube at multi-might. And yeah, other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Woo!
Bye.
Merry Christmas.